properties of whole numbers. First is addition. Now let's try and find out what do we get on adding two whole numbers. First is 5 plus 8. 5 is a whole number, 8 is also a whole number. So what do we get on adding 8 and 5? 8 plus 5 is 13, which is a whole number. Next, 10 plus 11, which is equal to 21. So on adding 10, which is a whole number, with 11, which is again a whole number, we get 21, which is a whole number. Now let's try another example. 0 plus 9, which is equal to 9. Again we get a whole number. So we can say that on adding two whole numbers, we are getting a whole number. This means whole numbers are closed under addition. One more thing, 0 is the additive identity for whole numbers. Identity for whole numbers. Whole numbers. Which means whatever we add in 0, we get that particular number. For example, 0 plus 1 will give you 1. 0 plus 9 will give you 9. So whatever we add in the 0, we get that particular number. 0 plus 10, which is equal to 10. So 0 is the additive identity for whole numbers. Next is subtraction. Now let's find out what do we get when we subtract two whole numbers. So for example, 5 minus 1, we get 4. 5 is a whole number, 1 is also a whole number. 4 is also a whole number, therefore we are getting a whole number. Next is 9 minus 3, which is equal to 6, which is again a whole number. Next is 10 minus 12. Is it possible to take 12 from 10? No, this is not possible. So this is not a whole number. So on subtracting two whole numbers, we may or may not get a whole number. Therefore, whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Next is multiplication. Now we'll see what do we get on multiplying two whole numbers. First is 5 into 8. Both are whole numbers. 5 8s are 40, which is a whole number. 2 multiplied by 9, which is equal to 18, a whole number. 6 into 3, which is again 18. This is also a whole number. So whenever we multiply two whole numbers, we always get a whole number. So we say that whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Now 1 is the multiplicative identity for whole numbers. That means if we multiply a number 1 by 1, we get that particular number. For example, 1 into 5 is equal to 5. By multiplying 1 with 5, we get 5. 1 into 3 is equal to 3. That means by whatever number we will multiply by 1, we will get a particular number. Now, next property is division. Now we'll find out what do we get on dividing two whole numbers. First is 12 divided by 3. Answer is 4, which is a whole number. Next is 4 divided by 2. The answer is 2, which is again a whole number. Next is 6 divided by 5. We can write it as 6 by 5. Now 6 is not divisible by 5. That means we do not get a whole number. So not a whole number. Similarly, 4 divided by 3, which is this is again not a whole number. So on dividing two or more whole numbers, we may or may not get a whole number. Therefore, this property of whole numbers is not closed under division.